darlings, today's tea seems to be about what's next. So, you have seen my previous video and you realize that you are now a furry. And yes, you are a furry. Now what comes next? What animal do I want to be? Oh my goodness, the choices are so many.
Back in my day, we all started off in werewolves. And buddy, even I was a wolf. I got better.
Well, thank you for that, darling. Now, moving along. So, what is your favorite animal? Let's start there. So many times, furries come along and they say, I am so happy to be a furry. I want to be a furry so bad. Oh, somebody help me find what I'm going to be. No, dear. No, dear. Unless you buy a pre-made and you're already set on that animal, you have to decide what animal works for you. So in today's day and age, there's a plethora of animals to choose from, and you have the choice of even mixing them up, becoming a cabbage like myself, or there are, let's see, there's dragons, and there's Dutch angel dragons, and there's aliens. And my dears, I have even seen cars. Yeah, that was a car thing. You'd be surprised, darling. Don't look it up. Seriously, don't look it up. However, I want to caution you. There are a few little things you need to keep in mind. Stay with me, or okay, dolls. Let's talk a bit about sparkle dolls. They're lovely creatures, and they're so vibrant. So full of love and passion. It has everything that everybody ever wanted. However, it is inside your mind. And unfortunately for you, artists and fursuit makers are not inside your brain. And quite often, even if you have a good reference, they will make mistakes. They will try to recreate your vision, but there's always going to be something that you know is wrong. And that is no fault of the artist or the maker. It simply is a sad fact that if you go too wild and crazy with your creations, quite often people can't recreate it for you. So, whenever you first start out, start small. That's why most people do start off as a wolf or a fox. But what about you? What kind of animal do you like? Did you have a childhood animal that you loved simply so much when you were growing up? Or what about the zoo? Whenever you went to the zoo to visit animals, was there an animal that you ran to go look at in a cage? Well, it's sad that they're in a cage, but you could become that animal. And think, there are so many possibilities out there. You could become absolutely anything you wanted to be. So you need some help. You need some guidance. That's why I say start small. However, what if you simply flat out are out of ideas? Nothing comes to mind, nothing jives with you, and you don't know where to go. Fear not, young furry. You are still furry. You appreciate the furry art, the furry fandom, the dances, the songs. You are still a furry. Don't feel pressured to find your animal right away. That's not necessary. You have all the time in the world. And I suggest you use it. Go outside and look at the animals around you. Or look at YouTube and other videos, TikTok, Twitter, and look it up and see what kind of animal actually works with you. There are no limits to the imagination. Once you do discover your favorite animal, I highly suggest you go out and find an artist that can do a full body reference for you. Some of them are relatively cheap. Some of them are quite expensive, but it's important. Because darlings, if you have an animal and you have a design in your head, it's very important that some artist writes it out for you. Or you can be the artist. Are you darlings? Do you make art? I'm sure some of you do. Some of you are quite capable of doing such things. It's very important because from this point on, if you want any artwork, or if you want to go to the next step and become a fursuiter, this is going to be vital. It's absolutely vital to your next step. But again, let me preference, you do not need a fursuit to be a furry. And you do not even need an animal. You simply have to appreciate the anthropomorphic fandom. So darlings, what's next? What shall we explore next? I will have to look at my tea and see what we can brew up next time. So until then, I am not going to ask for likes and shares and comments, although I do appreciate them. Subscription, I suppose, since this is YouTube. I'm not going to ask for them. This isn't my career. However, if you do like me and you do share me, just go ahead and take a like. It's not going to hurt you. So until next time, darlings, ta-ta!